Hey, I'm live and nobody's here. Well, we'll see if we can get anybody to join. Or this might be the shortest live chat in the history of YouTube. Hey, what's up, Jacob? How's it going? I'm just trying to get my laptop set up here so that I can um, read comments better because on my phone it's hard to read comments. What's up, Juan? What's up, Jeremiah? I'm doing pretty good, Jacob. I'm tired. It's been a long year. Cool. Hey, what's up, Robert? Good to see y'all. All right, cool. This is gonna go well for what is it, Thursday night. Hope everybody had an awesome Fourth of July. For those of you that are American, if you're not American, I hope your Wednesday was awesome too. So, all right. What's up, Northern Arctic? We got Robert. We got two Roberts in here. Hey, what's up? BCB, what's up? It was good. We just had a family get together, and then I went and watched fireworks, so it was good. Can't complain. It was hot. It's I don't know like I don't know where everybody's at, but here in the Midwest, it's hot. We finally had. Oh, hey, thanks, Jeremiah. Cool. I'm glad you like the videos. That's awesome. Cool. Thanks for watching. Um, yeah, so it's hot here. Now, we just had some thunderstorms go through, and it's supposed to be like 85 tomorrow, so let's hope that's better. I'm in Illinois. Yes, we got the beans planted. Now we need some rain to bring them up. Throw saddle tanks on your New Holland. Yeah, Colin. So I'm going to actually. Um, there is a New Holland. Um, I don't know. I'll say like 30 miles from here, and the guy plants, and he's got a big John Deere planter, and he's got these cool silver saddle tanks on the front of his New Holland 4-wheel drive. So it's kind of like this guy right here. Yeah, let's adjust the so you can see toys more than my ugly mug. Yeah. So um, anyway, I'm definitely gonna put saddle tanks on this because I think that's a great idea. So that's the plan anyway. All right. 103 today, Robert. Yeah, that's toasty right there. Ooh. Um, yeah, I'm over the heat. I'm not gonna lie. I got a lot of outside work to do for the next week or two, and I'm over it already. So, you guys working on anything lately? Uh, I just dug this out. This is a Massey 97. I got this from Dale Matson several years ago. Kind of cool. Front wheel assist and all that good stuff. Anyway, I was just kind of shining it up a little bit and debating on if I wanted to put duals on it because I kind of do. Oh wow, starting corn harvest already. So you're down south, Texas maybe? I'm not sure, but yeah, white tanks on the New Holland. I have silver. Oh okay. Oh okay, gotcha. I can see silver not painting well, so that's something to think about for sure. So maybe we'll go with white. I want to get some of those kind of I don't know if I want to call them elliptical tanks, but I don't necessarily want just the round or the oval tanks. And so I'm gonna have to find some of those, or I'm just gonna have to make some, one of the two. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, Central Texas. All right, that's kind of what I figured. Yeah, we're oh, let's call it 8 weeks away from corn harvest, probably. Could be a little shorter if we don't get any rain soon. So we'll see. Um, I was gonna show you guys. So like I did this 1,000 years ago. This is like really early custom of mine. Um, I mean easily 20 years ago, maybe. I don't know if it maybe that long. Probably pretty close, right? Um, and so I put saddle tanks on it, but I kind of want the more elliptical kind than this. So, hey, what's up, Panda Farmer? How's it going? Hey, what's up, Power Stroke? Cool, glad you made it. Yeah, sure. So, do I have? Do you have 164 scale on the screen on your model? These guys? Is that what you're talking about? What's up, Nathaniel? Um, yeah. So these came off Shapeways. I'm trying to think of who has those. It's either Bailey Wiltfang or um, Jeff Hintz. One of the two is where I got those from. I can look later, but I it's one of the two. Um, yeah, they come in a little kit. They're not very expensive. They paint up pretty good. So did you get the 116th? Not yet. I'm gonna get that. Like, yeah, like 99% chance I end up with that 116th row crop. Um, if it would have been out at the last show I was at, which was 2 weekends ago, I would have picked it up there, but it wasn't, unfortunately. So, yes, so I'm gonna pull this New Holland back out from a buddy there. He's a New Holland guy, likes him. So, um, well, I have a lot of tractors. It took me a long time to get this many tractors. I've been doing this forever. I mean, I'm almost 40, and you know, I always got tractors as toys for a kid, but then once I got to, like, I'll say 12, 13, 14 years old, then I started collecting and it got ridiculous. So I'm actually kind of thinning out. I am starting my whole display over. If you want anything cheap and fast, oh, we should. Yeah, we should talk. I'll look on. I'll look on your pictures and see, because I mean, who knows? I may want something. Yeah, and if well, yeah, 35 max. Yeah. Do I have a one? I have three 116 scale big buds. Where are you selling from? Oh well, um, there's a lot of really great planners out there, Panda. So, whether you want red or blue or green, there's a ton of awesome choices. So just, save your money and get the one you want, because they're out there. Occasionally, I've been seeing some of the John Deere, like the Bauer built DBs, on sale pretty quick. So the details on the New Holland I got on my Shapeways store, shapeways.com/shop/FTLOT. If you go to the video where I actually did this tractor, reviewed this tractor, you can see it. I put a link to the kit. And so the kit comes with the rails for the cab. So there's four of those. And then it comes with the ladder rails, which there are four of those. Try to get in here closer so you can see it a little better. And then um, the mirrors and the flasher bars. Yeah, so definitely check out Aaron on Instagram too, because he posts a lot of cool tractor pictures and stuff. So, you know, and then you get the rear flasher bar too. Some people like this bigger rear flasher bar. Some people like the smaller one. If you want the smaller one, I have like 5 packs of those that you can get easily. Well, I tell you what, Aaron, we can, you know, we can work something out. I can always trade and things like that too. I just got to find another one of these, because I got a plan for this New Holland tractor, but it doesn't have to be this New Holland tractor. I can build another one. So, and and I was actually just getting ready to say, before everybody came on and started commenting, like, I want to get rid of some stuff, not everything. Like, I'm not gonna like liquidate stuff, but I've got some things I want to get rid of, because I'm getting a little cluttery, and I want to make room for new stuff. So there's an auction in my town in 2 weeks, and it's 116 scale stuff, but I want to go to it pretty bad. There's like 3 or 4 things I want there, but I'm like, I do not have room for any 116 scale stuff right now. So, all right, got a bunch of hand tools from Harbor Freight. Saved a bunch of money and have a lifetime warranty. Nothing can go wrong with. Yeah, you know what? I go to Harbor Freight a lot because, like, my theory is, if you can buy something from Harbor Freight and it costs like a fourth as much as the Craftsman Cobalt whatever tools, why wouldn't you get the cheaper one? Chances are they're gonna last pretty long, and if not, if you can buy 4 or 5 of the Harbor Freight version for what you can buy the name brand, I mean, it just makes sense to me. But whatever. I mean, nothing's made in America anymore, so what does it matter at this point? So, can you see one of my big bugs? Let's see. Yeah, but here's the thing: is you can't make fun of my messy room, okay? So how about that? Um, there's some construction going on in my house, so everything's a mess here right now. And then I'm also trying to work on my display, so everything's just a freaking mess in my life right now. But anyway, I've got two other. Oh nope, I lied. There is another. There's a 320, and then I have a 250 at my office, and those are all of the 1/16 scale bigs that I have. Okay. Do you have any recommendation for 1/16 for 64 scale? Yeah. So the grain carts go, and I think Outback Toy Store has the Kinseys. Ta-da! Here you go. You can get a wheel, track, or dual version. This is the dual version. These are super awesome detailed, and they'll work. It's a 1300, so it's big, but both of those tractors you mentioned, the 9530 and the 8530, they'll pull it. And you could always not load it full too if you didn't want to. But yeah, Outback Toy Store, they've got those on sale right now, I think, and I think they're pretty reasonably priced. So definitely check those out. Get a pull field tiller for a 4-wheel drive. What's a field tiller? Are we talking like a field cultivator or a field, like a disc, something like that? If you want a field cultivator and you don't mind putting it together yourself or paying me a fortune to put it together for you, you can get a kit on my Shapeways store. Um, Other than that, maybe check out Dave Hallman, who is Heritage Heartland Customs on Facebook, and I think he has a website too. He makes all sorts of cool stuff, and he's reasonably priced. So, yeah, I'm with you, Aaron. The track version, that's where it's at. But I like tracks, so. What do you use for custom narrow drawbars? You just got to make them. That's all there is to it. Um, I make most of my drawbars myself. I've been 3D printing some, but I still scratch build them a lot of times. Just get some styrene, cut it, kind of get a file. You can round it if you kind of like file on it. And then I thought I had one there, but I don't. Then you can cut another piece and kind of stack it, and then cut another piece and file it the same thing, drill through it. You got a great looking little drawbar. And for pennies. The blue tractor, the big blue tractor, that is actually called Big Blue. That was made by Kinsey. It was a prototype. They only ever made one real one. SpecCast brought out a toy version of that in 1/16 scale and 1/64 scale. And the 1/16 scale version is expensive. The 1/64 scale version is pretty reasonably priced right now. So if you think it's kind of cool, go for it. I've got a video on that tractor here somewhere. And someday I'll do like a really good detailed video of it. It's just a big tractor and it's hard to do a video on. Well, it's really shadowy. Oh, a field tile plow. Oh my gosh, who is that guy? Somebody help me out here. Is it Josh Rounce? Two scale fabs? Does he have tile plows? It seems like he does. I think two scale fabrications or two scale fabs. I think like the number 2, and then scale fabs. Check him out. I think he has those. Are they tough enough to play? The Kinseys, the wagons, yes. My field cultivators, no. A $200 3D printer. I may invest in it. Mind showing us your printer if it's here. It's at my office. I'll show it to you sometime though. So here's the thing with 3D printers. The home ones, like even like the one I have in my office, they're really good for some things. For example, I can print polytanks all day long. I can print fuel tanks like this all day long. You could even print something like this if you had the file for it very well. But when it comes to detail parts, the home printers really struggle. And that's where you got to go to Shapeways or someplace like that. And then, of course, you also have to have your own files if you're going to run your own home printer. So then you have to know how to draw, or you have to hire that out. And that's expensive. So. Have I ever checked out WD Farm Toys on Facebook? No, but I will. I'll do that tonight as soon as I get off here. Do I recommend Outback Toy Store? Yeah. I mean, those guys, I mean, I don't have any relationship with them. I've never met them at all, but I buy stuff from them fairly often, like a couple times a year anyway. I've always had excellent luck with them. One time I had a problem with something that came, it was broke. They made it right. I mean, that I know there's a lot of guys that don't like them just because they're kind of the big boy in the farm toy sales. They sort of set the price a lot of times on everything, but I've never had any trouble with Outback. So if anybody from Outback's listening and they want to like sponsor or hook me up, hey, hey, I gotta try, right? Like, what is my favorite type of tractor? Steiger. It just is. It's Steiger. No way around it. Particularly four-wheel, obviously if it's Steiger, it's four-wheel drive. But I love four-wheel drives. Just about any four-wheel drive I love. Let's take this old Tiger this is scratch built. This old Tiger, for example. I mean, I just think that's as cool as it gets right there, in my opinion. I don't know. It's just cool. Beefy tractor. Looks good. So on and so forth. I'll try to get you to see a little better. I could turn on a light over here. See if that makes it any better. That's going to be a little bit better. Alright. Do I know who makes 3-point hitch implements? Dave Holloman. And what did I just say his was? Not Heritage. Oh my gosh, why am I blank on his outfit's name? He's such a good guy. Dave Holloman. He makes tons of 3-point stuff. Really cool stuff too. What's my favorite model John Deere? Ooh, good question, Blake. Good question. I still haven't fixed my squeaky chair, in case you guys didn't notice. Alright. 8430 is my favorite John Deere model. This one's custom. I did like rails. These wheels are off an authentic 4450. I did stuff like that. I put like a little fuel cap on it. Whatever. Just little stuff to dress it up. That's my favorite John Deere, probably. If not that, then an 8960. And then if not that, probably one of the newer tractors, maybe like 8335 RT or something. What's up, Custom Farmer 108? It's a closed group and they have auctions and most of the other stuff is cheap. What's my shop name? FTLOT on Shapeways. Yo, what's up, Sambo? How's it going? I should make some more custom trucks reviews. You have a lot of tractors. Yeah, custom trucks. I got to do custom trucks at some point. Like I have to. I want a flatbed. I want like a flatbed pickup truck. I particularly want a Dodge with a flatbed pickup truck on it. maybe like a air compressor back there, something like that. Just kind of like a little service truck, like farm service truck, not necessarily like a dealership service truck. I got one over there, but or maybe use one of these Fords that just came out from SpecCast and Greenlight and all that good stuff. I don't know, but yeah, I need to do some custom pickup trucks for sure. Could you show us your huts? Oh, my Quonset hut? Just check out the video. I did a full video on it. That'd be better than me just like, showing you. Especially since I've got my laptop right here on this, let's call it makeshift stand, and to get to the Quonset hut, I'm gonna have to go like through it and then through the light, and then yeah, it's gonna be rough. Hey, anytime, Blake. I'm just glad you showed up. Favorite Ford tractor? So does New Holland count? Actually, it doesn't matter. A 9882, no questions asked. And then if we have to do the Ford, we'll do the 9880. And I will grab. So you guys have seen my 3D printed one, I'm sure. But this is the first one I ever did custom, long time ago, long time ago, right here. So. The triples are too big, they like touch, but actually the real one they would touch. There was no stops in the articulation of the real one. And so when we had triples on it, if you didn't watch it, you could hit. So, but anyway, so that's it. Mini toy truck and tire tractors, some just like scratch built rims that I did a million years ago. Cab glass, I like rebuilt a full interior for it, and then put a 3-point on, and then this is the CD models V Ripper because this is basically a real setup of what we did on the real farm, 15 years ago now, I guess. We had one of these with triples on it, and we pulled a mounted V Ripper with it. I just always thought it was cool, looked cool, had to have a toy of it, so. Yeah, I know, Aaron. I just need to get a truck from you, probably. Heartland Customs. Yeah, it's Heartland. Thank you, John Deere, man. I don't know why that keeps slipping my mind today. Do I prefer Peterbilt or Kenworth? Um, Peterbilt probably. I don't know. I just like they're a little more aggressive looking. Although I do like Kenworth. I've got one Kenworth somewhere. It's on a grain trailer right now. Um, yeah, it's up there. I can't get to it, but I like both of them, but probably Peterbilt. Okay, so you want a dealership service truck. So Ertl just brought one out last year, within the last 6 months, and probably probably Outback Toys, if not Bose and Implement. Probably eBay would have that. Your John Deere dealer might have it, and they're pretty cheap. They're inexpensive, and they're a cool little truck. I did a video on them, so definitely check that out. So, my favorite Steiger tractor. Oh yeah, okay. Two Scale and Matson's both have those tile plows. Yeah, thanks. I thought that they would, and I think Matson gets his from Josh at Two Scale. So, which is cool. All right, I'm gonna try to put this away without knocking that apart, and then I'll show you my favorite Steiger. So I think my favorite Steiger is my Panther, the KP 1400. This one's built from a Brian Long kit. Brian Long is no longer making kits, so that kind of sucks. But it was a cool kit. Now, of course, I had to do like the interior detail. I had to do all the rails. I had to do the cab glass, all that stuff. But it was kind of a cast kit. And then I did like some 35 R35 or whatever those tires on there. I think it looks cool. And then I've since scratch built a few of these, and they always turn out cool. So, okay, so Jamie, I guess I just answered that question. Steiger, Panther. For now, I don't know. We'll see. Ask me in a week, and it'll be different. It may be a Case IH quad track in a week. I don't know. Like I like tractors. I like big tractors. So. What was my first custom? Okay, so I don't have it, unfortunately, and it's just disappeared somewhere. So my first ever custom, I can show you kind of what it was based on, was a 2+2, and it didn't have duals on it, And so I Elmer's glued duals on it. I mean, we're talking like when I was 5 or 6 years old. And so that was my first ever custom. Was an old like 6388 or whatever, 2+2, with some Elmer's glue duals, and they didn't stay on worth a darn. But for like 5 minutes, I had the coolest tractor in the world. I didn't know they actually made a version with duals at the time, which I mean I was 5. How would I know that? But anyway, where can you get ribbed styrene for metal roofing? Oh yeah, so hill farming. If you want to do it online, Tower Hobby or Hobby Link are great places to get like the ribbed styrene. And there's a bunch of different sizes, so just pick the one that you think is going to look best. But yeah, it's cool. Then all you got to do is like kind of prime it, paint it, and you're ready to go. You have a perfect looking roof, like a really cool roof. I'll show you. I'll just move the shed to you rather than move the camera. That's what this is. And I don't know for sure what size it was because Nate at Nate's Farm Toys actually built that shed for me. So sometimes you got to know when to outsource, and my strength is building tractors, so I let somebody whose strength is building sheds build my sheds for me. It's the best all-around store for custom tractor parts. Honestly, Shapeways, because you can get from everybody who's on Shapeways. So shapeways.com. You know, my store is FTLOT. But there's just literally search 164th if that's what you're after, like, or 164th farm or whatever on Shapeways. Thousands and thousands and thousands of parts and kits and things like that. It's incredible. Yeah, the vibrator is on my phone, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to turn that off while this video is going. Yeah, because I keep getting messages from random people. Oh well. Sorry, guys. Do I play Farming Simulator? I don't, but I have made a sort of deal with myself. This winter, I'm getting Farming Simulator, and I'm going to try it. I don't have a lot of time to do it, but I think in the wintertime I will, and I want to. I think it looks awesome, and then I want to download a whole bunch of Steiger mods for it and have a Steiger farm. But yeah, I'm going to try it out this winter for sure. Let's see. Have you ever customized a Massey Ferguson front wheel assist tractor? I have not, Dirt Farmer, and I should, and I want to. I want to do like an 1150. And I want to do like front wheel assist on it, maybe duals, like a nice little banded dual on the back, and then detail it out. And so that's on my list. I don't know if I'll get to it this year or not, but I definitely want to. My favorite semi, and can I show it? Yes, I can. Because I happen to have it right here. So this is my favorite semi. I made this tender truck, and it's a Peterbilt, and I love it. I don't know. It turned out cool. It looks mean. It does the job. I've got tanks on it. The tanks aren't secured down yet because I'm going to do some other stuff to it. I got a hose reel on it. I need to put like a cone inductor on it and a couple engines, little like Honda engines on there. And then it'll be ready to rock. And I'll get to those one of these days, I think. How many tractors are in my collection? We're over 1,000. I don't know. There's a lot. Like I said, I'm over 1,000. I wish I had a solid answer there, but I'm gonna, like I said earlier, I'm gonna try to get rid of some, and so that there's less clutter, and then maybe I can focus a little more on some things. But like, I mean, I know for every one I get rid of, I'm probably getting 2 new ones. So. Oh, you don't think a lot of Steiger mods are out there? Maybe I'll have to make them myself. I don't know. Like, I mean, that's doable. I can 3D design, right? I actually have a 3D design of this Panther that I've just never been 100% happy with, so I've never released it to the public. Although I've sold a couple that I put together, but I had to do some things to make them right. Excuse me. Um, so I don't know. We'll see. Um, yeah, we'll see. Hey, custom farmer, glad to answer questions. Glad you're here. I appreciate you watching. I gotta get I gotta pop up here from a message. I gotta get out of here. All right. Hey, you're welcome, Hill Farmer. Farming, sorry. Oh, 50 track. Oh, do you have a shed big enough for those 50 track? Like, so in Farming Simulator, can you like do custom buildings, or like I don't know how that works. Like I said, I'm gonna get into it this winter for sure. Like I just have to. It seems too cool to me to not. Oh, a new Landau. What Landau disc did you get, Henry? You know I like Landau. So, uh, this shed here, I'll just bring you to it. Got a few Landau pieces of equipment in there. And then I've got, let's see, over there on that shelf, you can see in the corner, there's a Landau, and then somewhere is a 30-foot Landau VT2 laying around here. And then I've got, I don't know, half dozen different weatherproofers laying around here too. Oh, a Barn Series Steiger. Nice. I would rock one of those in Farming Simulator. I'd love to have a real one of those, but no way. Hey, Stephanie, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. Can I tack on a tour of the model farm? Yeah, we'll do something like that. It's a mess right now because I've pulled out like 30 tractors here for people to look at. And like I said, I've got some boxes over here because I'm doing some work on the house. But it seems like I'm always doing work on the house. And then and then behind the camera here, I'll show you guys, is where it's currently a field, but it's going to be a fertilizer dealership. So that's going to have to that's a mess too. And then the corner, there's some grain bins, and that's going to become a field. And it may turn into a cattle lot or something. I'm not sure. I'm trying to work some livestock into it. I think I want to put some cattle and maybe a horse or two. I don't know why, but I just like have this urge to do that. So I think it's because I want to use static grass more. I have this huge bag of static grass, but then I only used it to outline like my field and my stream and stuff, and so I just have all the static grass left over. And if I made a little pasture out of it, it'd be cool. By then, Farming Simulator 19 will be out. Okay. Well, maybe I'll pick up 19. I don't know. You have a 30-foot Landau. Okay, cool. Those are awesome. I like the 30-foot size. We had the real farm. We had a 44-foot, and I didn't care for it that much. So yeah, I don't know. I like the smaller size. I think the smaller size works better. The bigger size, at least where we farm, we have a lot of I don't know, like ditches that we blow through the field. We call them sidewinder ditches to drain, and it seems like every time you go near those with the 44-foot, like if you were out on the wing, it would kind of slab up the ground a little bit. And so I think the smaller size is a little more effective on a disc. I don't know. I may be talking out my butt, dude. Yeah, Blake, I don't know. I don't know how many farm toys are in my collection. There's 1,000 plus. There's a lot. Uh, I I think there's like 400 behind me. You know, on because there's 6 shelves that are full that are like 8-footers, and then there's 2 smaller ones here, and then there's I don't know a bunch. Yeah, there's a bunch. Eastern Oregon. Okay, cool. Okay, what's up? What's up, Farm Boy FD fan? Gotcha. Got the name change. You broke your 40/20 today. What did you do to your 40/20? The real one or a toy? Yeah, Henry, I agree. Catch you later, Colin. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. I agree. I think you can get too big. Um, yeah, like FD, every one of my videos gets like one dislike, and I'm like, who, like, if you're watching this, what, like, and don't like it, why are you watching this? It just doesn't make sense to me. Whatever. It just cracks me up. Like, I don't know. Like, if I don't like something, I just kind of ignore it. Like, I don't need to push a button to say I don't like it or whatever. I just kind of go about my business. But whatever. It's just the way it is. Ah, hood came off. That's supposed to come off. Now you can check out, while I got the hood off, kind of check out some engine detail there. It's nothing super fancy, but. Alright. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. I've done that many times, actually, and I don't have a great answer to tell you how to put that back on. I mean, you can glue it, but then the wheel's not going to turn. But yeah, I've done that before many times. Those little nubs on those are not particularly stout. Yeah, if you are in the screen, I would love to know why you dislike this. I don't know, like why. Do I prefer New Holland or John Deere? Mm. Four wheel drives, I prefer New Holland. They're simpler. Um, the cab's a little bigger, and they're torquier. Like that's the thing. And then, like I'll get into that a little more in a second. As far as two wheel drives, though, I definitely prefer John Deere on those. I just like the way the operator station's set up a little better. So, yeah, yeah. So now I'll say this: I haven't driven a new like a 30 series. I haven't even driven a 20 or a 30 series John Deere four wheel drive actually. Um, but like John Deere, we used to have 8430s and whatever those four wheel drives are, and they didn't have a lot of low end torque. Like so, if you had a field cultivator, like I think we were pulling like a 25-foot field cultivator with our 8430, and you wanted to go, you had to rev it up. I mean, you had to really give it the beans to go. Otherwise, it would just kill it dead. With like a New Holland with those big Cummins motors, you can just idle and and take off with it. And I just always like it's a tractor. It's supposed to lug. It's supposed to pull things. So I always liked that better. But with that said, I like both. I mean, John Deere's cool. I obviously have a lot of John Deere equipment back here and on my display or whatever. But I like New Holland too. I just have a thing for New Holland four wheel drives, and a lot of that's because when I was growing up, that's what we had a lot of. So, am I getting the new European? Yeah, I don't know what is. It's like a Fent or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm getting that. It just doesn't really fit into anything. But at the same time, it's kind of cool. So, is there a certain 164 scale tractor that is highly collectible and hard to find? Yeah, they're out there. There's some older stuff, like these older. I don't have one. There's some older stuff that have like different variations on the rims and things like that. That yeah, they're out there and they're hard to find. Um, and they're definitely really collectible. A lot some of the farm show stuff, particularly the chaser units, like this New Holland here. I would love to have the chrome chaser of that, but they're just gone. And if one does turn up, they're a fortune, and I'm just not gonna pay a fortune for a tractor. Like I kind of, I mean, I definitely have before. Don't get me wrong, but like I sort of feel like the farm show chaser stuff, if I can get that in the like maybe $40 to $60 range, I'll think about it pretty hard. When it gets more expensive than that, I'm out. I'm just not gonna do it because then you're talking you can get 3 or 4 other tractors for that price. So it's like, a lot of the chaser stuff is the hard to find collectible stuff, and yeah, I don't know. And there's other stuff too, but those are the things that come to mind right offhand. Those Kinsey planters that I did a video on a while back, they're not necessarily hard to find anymore, but they're not easy, and so you know. Would I prefer a Farmall or a Model A John Deere? Ooh, hmm, man, I love the way the John Deere Model A sounds. That sound is just iconic, right? But um, I don't know, the Farmall Sleek. It's kind of cool looking. So okay, so how about if a styled John Deere A? I would prefer that. But if the John Deere A is unstyled, I prefer the Farmall. Yeah, yeah, I agree, Aaron. Like that tractor's a little bit ugly, so we'll see. Do I have any Toy Farmer magazines? If so, they should do an article on you. I do have a lot of Toy Farmer magazines, and I agree they should. I was gonna submit some custom stuff a while back for their custom issue, and I had actually had trouble submitting it. Like it would, I would send it, and then it would say like it wasn't sent or whatever, and then I kind of just forgot. So I'll do that one of these days. I'll do that, and I actually want to send some of the stuff that my dad built, some of the 1/16 scale stuff, because he's got some pretty nifty rippers that he built in 1/16 scale that I think guys would love. So yeah, JI case tractors are definitely climbing in value, and then also Alice Chalmer, like they're really hot right now. But yeah, so there's some JI case stuff that I'm looking at this auction in a couple weeks that I'm kind of thinking about grabbing if it goes for the right price. But I kind of have a feeling it's gonna go pricey. So yeah, I hear you. And you know what? Sadly, Aaron, I'm gonna need a new truck soon too because right now, so at the farm we've got a Cummins Ram 3500, and you know obviously it'll pull all day. But my personal truck is just a Silverado 1500, and it's getting some age on it. So so I want to get something that'll pull a little more. But you know, like I was looking at diesel, you know, and you can get like you can find like a Cummins Power Stroke or Duramax with like 250,000 miles on it, and they'll still want like 25,000 for it, and I think that's insane. And you know, like I'm just not gonna pay new price. I'm tight. So, is there a place to get 1/64th for cheap? Not really. I mean, you can find bargains every once in a while for sure. You can find eBay if you can find a lot of 1/64 scale stuff where they put a lot of things together. You can get some stuff. You know, if you can find a real auction where they're selling that stuff, absolutely. Oh, you're a Ford guy, 97 Power Stroke. Yeah, of course you are, Aaron. Yeah, I saw one of those Colorado. Actually, I had to drive one of those Colorado Duramaxes, and it was kind of fun to drive. I was a little surprised. And then my cousin has the regular like the Z71 Colorado, and that's a pretty nice truck too. I don't know. I like the Colorado. It's a cool truck. Yeah, Aiden. So I mean, I guess technically I'm a Cummins guy too. Like I said, we've got a Cummins at the farm. Um, I mean, the thing's just a monster. I love it. It's got our utility bed on it, and it's got you know we got all of our tools and everything on there, and we got a fuel tank on it, and it just pulls like crazy. And I'm sure the new Fords and Chevys do too. Um, I'm kind of the mind at this point, like even with tractors and trucks and cars or whatever, chances are it's pretty good at this point. I think most of the manufacturers have it figured out. Oh, what did you miss, CJ? Oh gosh, I don't know. We talked tractors. We talked four-wheel drives and I don't know, all sorts of stuff. You just have to watch it again on the replay. Yeah, eBay, FD. I've gotten some decent sales on there. Like if you find a lot, like I found a guy one time and he was selling like 100 tractors, 1/64 scale tractors. And I mean, don't get me wrong, some of them I didn't want, and immediately got them and sold them. But there were several that I wanted, and I think I paid. There was 100 tractors, and I think I paid $200 for it, plus like $25 shipping. So that's a little over $2 a tractor with shipping. That's a crazy deal. I mean, so you just got to look. If you want something cheap, you just got to be patient and persistent. You'll get it eventually. I mean, that's what it all boils down to. Ooh, 80 grand. Ooh, yeah. Hmm. Eight. So 80 grand is like what my house is worth. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a big house. It's like a 3 bedroom house, but you know, I just can't picture. I can't spend on a house what I would spend on a truck or whatever, vice versa. And I'll be honest, I'm more of a car guy, and if I did have 80 grand to blow, I'd be looking for a Viper. So I mean, because that's kind of my dream car, or maybe I'd be looking for a Viper. That's all there is to it. I want to get a Cuda too someday. I'd like to get a 340 Cuda with a 4 speed, and but you can find those for like 20 ish in like in running shape, and then you can make it what you want. So, do I know Farm Toys for You? Well, we're buddies on Instagram. Other than that, I don't know him personally, I guess, but I like his stuff on Instagram. Yes, rest in peace, Viper. I know. I'm sad. The so funny story. So, I I used to I still do, but I used to do a lot of hot rod photography and things like that. And I got pictures in some magazines and things like that. Doing that, one day I was at a cruise night, and this guy had a Viper, and I was just oogling it, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to go for a ride?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want to go for a ride in your Viper." So anyway, we're just cruising around this cruise night thing, and anyway, there was this really awesome '69 Roadrunner 440 right behind me, perfect, like fresh off the rotisserie restoration. And I'm like, "Hey, do you care if I lean out your window and get a picture?" He's like, "Yeah, go for it." And so I'm hanging out the window of this Viper, taking a picture of this Roadrunner, and then the cops are just like all over us all of a sudden. It's like, oh yeah, that, and they didn't care that we were, anything that he was doing. They cared that I'm hanging out the window. So, but I got the shot, and it was an awesome shot of that Roadrunner. So, Chris Steve has a summer house near you. Yeah, you should. Chris is a good guy. I like talking tractors with him. I don't talk to him on the phone that much anymore because when we do is like a 2 hour conversation. So, but yeah, Chris is a good guy. Oh, I had not heard that, Braxton. Gonna use cat and ooh, interesting. Really interesting. Your dad has a 70 Charger. Oh, I'm so jealous. I am so jealous of that. That's awesome. Love the Chargers. Superbird. Yeah. So there's Superbird. So while I'm telling car stories, how I became a car guy in sometime in the 1980s, like I'm gonna say 87, 88. My dad and I were out for a cruise. We're probably looking at crops, if I'm honest. And we pop over this hill in this town that's about 10 miles away from here. And literally right on the road is this dilapidated shed that looks like it could fall in at any point. Sticking out of the back of the shed, I could just see the tail and the wing of a petty blue Roadrunner Superbird. And I went nuts. Like that was it. That was the moment I became a car guy because that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen at that point, and it was all over. So anyway, I actually went back up there years later to see if that car still was there, and it was gone. And through some talking with people or whatever, the guy sold it to somebody out in California, and I'm sure he got a fortune for it. So, do I have an 8420? I do. Let's see if I can. Is this a 20 series? This is a 20 series. Nope, this is a 10 series. Sorry, I don't. This is one of those CD model kits I put together a while back. Super awesome tractor. I put a rock box on there. So I guess I don't have an 8420. CJ, I do not make the buildings on my display. Nate from Nate's Farm Toys makes the buildings on my display, except for this one, which I did make, and I'm not a fan of it. He makes all the others, and except for the new Quonset hut, which is from Mini Toy Truck and Tractor. I'll show you guys that here before we wrap this up. Probably like 10 more minutes, and then I need to go. I got some stuff to do before I go to bed, so. I should have Toy Tractor Times make a video. Yeah, maybe someday. I'll maybe I maybe go to a show or something. Take a display to a show. Like I've kind of got one I'm working on, and I haven't showed anybody yet. But I don't know if I can get it done for St. Louis or not. Actually was almost going to go to that Southern Pride show that they had last week, 2 weeks ago in Tennessee, because I know Clint Thomerson, who puts it on. He's a buddy of mine, and I mean it would be like a bit of a drive. I think it's like 6 hour drive down there, but I thought it'd be cool to go down there and just sort of see farm toys in a different part of the country. Different dealers, different vendors, different guys displaying stuff like that. So I may try to do that next year. I don't know. We'll see. Middle of summer is hard because it's right during wheat harvest for us, so it's hard to get away. Yeah, I agree, Blake. Chris needs to make a YouTube channel. He could do all sorts of cool stuff because he's really good about updating his display every week, basically, or however often. Pretty often he does it, and he could do a video on that, and he could do really well on YouTube. I mean, I have like 1,900 subscribers. I'd love to get to 2,000 really soon, but I'd love to get to 2 million really soon, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen. But Chris could blow me out of the water if he started doing his displays because, he's kind of the master, if you will. There's some other guys that are definitely on that level of him, but his ability to turn things out and be creative is pretty top notch. He's pretty great. So, okay, I don't want to say too much. He'll get a big head. Like I'll never hear the end of it. Thunderbird. Okay, gotcha. What type of quad tracks do we have? So on the real farm, we have a 450 and a 485. We had two 450s. We traded one off for the 485. The other 450 we had was a scraper tractor, and I don't know. It was used hard in its previous life, and so there was some things we just didn't care for about it. So we got two ag versions now. So we got the ag 450 and the ag 485. On my model farm, I have some 620s that are painted Steiger green. I'll show you those in a little bit. So we have a farm, and we've used 300 dairy. Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool, Jordan. There's a lot of cows. That's cool. Thoughts about new Greenlight tractors? Can't wait to see them in person. Um, yeah, I'm excited for them. I don't know. They may be awesome. They may be terrible. But I can't wait to get my hands on them. And are they out yet? I heard they were coming soon, but I don't know if they're actually out yet. And if they are, I'm gonna go order some tonight. That way I can get them and do some videos on them. So, Chris the King, yeah, pretty much. But don't tell him that. I think your content is great and your display. Absolutely love the buildings you made. You made me start making the display. That's awesome, CJ. That's why I do this. Don't get me wrong. It would be cool to have a bunch of subscribers and make money doing this or whatever, but I'm really doing this because I think there's a lot of guys out there that would like to do this but maybe don't know how to get started or just need a little bit of inspiration. And my thought is if I can help somebody do this down the road, it's better for the whole hobby. It's going to keep this thing going because there's a lot of guys that are worried of what's going to happen when the older guys die off. Because let's be honest, those baby boomers, they've gotten 5, 10, 15 years left. And they're going to be gone. They're going to be out of this hobby. And so I've heard a lot of dealers say they're worried about what happens when that happens. Well, the good news is displays YouTube, social media, all of that stuff has helped us reach out and get a whole bunch of new people into this hobby. And maybe not necessarily new to the hobby, but guys that are going, hey, I could build a display. Let me do that. And so that was kind of the whole point of this channel is to get a talk with you guys and hopefully get more people in this hobby so that someday when I'm one of those old guys, uh, we got other guys carrying on this hobby. So I'm really hoping the Ford tractor. Yeah, me too. Yeah, on the green light. I hope those Fords are all they're hyped up to be too. Um, I I think they will be. Um, just based on um, how well they do their pickup trucks. Like I just feel like if they can make their pickup trucks look as good as they do for as cheap as they do, they can probably do those tractors really well too. So I hope it takes off for them. I hope they sell a ton of them, and that way they can make more. Because how cool would it be if we not only have Ertl and SpecCast making tractors, but then we get Greenlight in the mix too, making a bunch of tractors. They can all compete with each other. It's going to keep prices in check, and it's going to make the quality go up. And I think that's what we need. And then we're going to have Top Shelf too. Top Shelf's got some stuff coming too, and I hope to have some of their newer stuff whenever it gets here later this year, next year, whenever they get around to it. They've got some cool stuff coming. So I appreciate that, Blake, and I hope the same for you. Hope you have awesome luck with everything you do. Toys, real farming, whatever it is that you do in this life. I hope it turns out awesome. Um, you know, Ertl had some Ford, but not really what I'd hoped. The green lights are going to be a big thing. Yeah, I think so too. Um, I have a 164 scale John Deere Waterloo Boy. Oh, cool. I don't. I do not have. I have the silver one, but I ought to try to get a green one. Those are cool tractors, the Waterloo Boy. When will I be doing this again? Good question. Hey man, are you black? No, I'm a white guy. um, I don't know when we'll do this again. We'll try to I try to do it like once a month maybe, or we can maybe more in the wintertime. We can definitely do more. This time of year, once a month's probably going to be it. Although, we're kind of in the down season at the farm right now because we're like 8 weeks from harvest probably. Uh, beans are planted, wheat beans are planted, wheat is out. There's going to be a little bit of spraying and maintenance and stuff like that, but we'll see. Yeah, maybe we can do this more often. We'll try. They sell them at the John Deere Museum in Waterloo, Iowa. Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to get one of those Waterloo Boy green ones. That'd be cool. Do I have any air seeders I could do a video on? I don't. I do have I do have one air seeder, um, but I don't know if I got the cart for it or not. But I was actually trying to get rid of it. I was trying to sell it because it doesn't fit into anything I do. We don't use air seeders a lot here in Illinois. Um, there are some. I mean, I'm starting to see them around. Like our neighbors just got one, which was really weird to me. But it's just not. It's just hasn't taken hold here yet, and maybe it will. But everybody still uses planters here or drills. Um, one of the two. Do I have any advice on custom builds? Um, take your time. It's so easy to get in a hurry. You want to get it done, whatever. Just take your time. Get pictures of the real thing. Whether you go to Google and search them, or whether you take them yourself, and just look at it and go, okay, what is this toy? What does the real tractor have that this toy doesn't have? And then how can I make it have that? And then there you go. That's just start adding detail. I mean, and the thing is, um, start small. Start with something cheap. Uh, you know, this is a terrible example. Oh, I tried to customize this one at one point. That's been on that shelf for about 20 years. I haven't touched it. Um, this is like $1 or $2 toy. If you find it at an auction or a show or whatever, you can see it's junk. Um, this would be a great place to start because it's cheap. And so what I would do to this is maybe put some decent wheels on it, maybe a steerable front end, rails. Obviously need an exhaust of some sort. You could put an air cleaner of some sort. If you wanted to, you could put your levers and all that stuff in there. Um, you could do all of that. The tires and your front steerable front end are going to be your most expensive things. But honestly, if you took your time, played with it, if you get it wrong, start over, whatever, you could have a really nice like little custom IH here for I bet 15 to 20 bucks. And if you worked at that, you this could be a killer custom. And um, a lot of people are overlooking those old John Deere cheapo tractors, but there's serious potential in those tractors. So, do you like the Ertl John? Oh yeah, the S690. I do, Blake. I That's a really sweet combine. Um, I've got one. It's at work right now, but yeah, they're a cool combine. That was a really neat piece by Ertl. They could have done better, but the price was not bad on them. So I'm not complaining. It's a cool combine. Tire tracks. Yes, I unless it's snowing, I'll be in Bloomington for sure. I'll go. I love that show. It's small, but there's always a really good variety there, and I have a lot of friends that set up there. So yeah, absolutely. I've seen that many times on those utility tractor trailers. I've seen like there's a couple real farms around here that do that. That'd be really cool to put your logo on that. That would be. I've not seen that on a toy, so that would be a really cool custom toy. Where in the USA? Sam, I'm in Illinois. Thanks, Jordan. I appreciate you loving my videos. Will you ever make your display bigger? Someday, I hope, if I get more room. um, More likely than making my display bigger is having a completely separate display, and I definitely will. Would I give you a hug? I don't know. Oh, you're not in Illinois. Darn. No hugs tonight. Um, yeah, cool. Definitely tire trash. We should definitely try to get together at the show this year. That'd be awesome. What about the Speccast Cleaner S970? Yeah, those are really. I don't think I've ever done a video on those. I definitely should. Those are at my office. But yeah, those gleaners are cool. Those kind of came out of nowhere. So why not grow a beard? I don't know. It's hot. I don't know. I live in the Midwest. In the wintertime, that would be great. But I don't know. Right now, it's 100 degrees. I'll pass on anything that's gonna hold the heat in. I don't know. Yeah, FD. Happy late fourth to you. No, no, you can't see my boobs. No, nobody wants to see that. Trust me, nobody. 100% agreed with the beard and nice chopper. Chopper, chopper. What chopper? What was my first display? So my first display, I did a John Deere dealership. I think that was like almost everybody's first display in like the 80s and 90s. So it was one of those Ertl John Deere dealerships, and uh, I did like a little pond off on the side, and it was kind of cool. Like it was a little goofy, but it was cool. And then oh, chopper, Harley Davidson chopper. Oh yeah, yeah, the beard. Yeah, I'm just not a motorcycle guy. Like it's cool if that's your thing, but it's not my thing. Um, but yeah, so I just did a John Deere dealership, and then I had a huge field. It wasn't very detailed. Like I was lucky to have gravel and some dirt on it, but it was cool. Have you saw a 164 scale white tractor? Can you put one on display? Yeah, they're out there. I don't think I've got any here though. Um, I have like one or two white tractors. They're not, oops, they're not very well detailed, but there's potential. I've seen a couple guys detail those out, and they look really cool, especially with like a front wheel assist on them. It's something I want to do someday, but you know, it's something I'm just never get have never gotten around to yet. So yeah, if I were gonna get a motorcycle, I'd probably get something fast. I like sport bikes kind of, but I like fast cars, and I think fast bikes go with that more than that loud Harley like in your ear. You know, like every guy I know that rides a Harley, and then when they're like in their 60s, they're deaf, and I'm trying to avoid that. I like to hear things. I like music and whatever. So you know, yeah, my 10 minutes did pass 20 minutes ago, didn't it? Do I have much accessories for my shop? Okay, have I ever did a 4-H farm display? I have not done a 4-H farm display. Those are cool though. Have you customized any grain carts? Not really. Um, I put a tarp on a Kinsey 840 one time, and I don't have it here. I think it's in my office, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, my 10 minutes was up 20 minutes ago, which is right, and I definitely do need to get going, or I'm never gonna get to bed. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up my camera, and I'm gonna show you guys my shop and kind of the areas under construction, so you can get an idea what's going on because there's a lot going on this display right now. So let's uh, let's do this, and I'm already. Let's see if I can get rid of that real quick. I had to plug you guys in. If you remember correctly, last time my battery died. So, okay, sorry. So here, here's the shed. This is really difficult because I have it on. Oh, I wonder if I could. Nope. Okay, we're just gonna have to deal with it. Sorry, guys. This is getting really sloppy. Um, but anyway, I'll take you over to the shop here and show you that. So you can kind of see maybe there. You can kind of see in there, right? There we go. So I've got some parts bins. Those came from Bailey Wiltfang. Um, the pallets, Nate at Nate's Farm Toys made those for me. I've got like a little air compressor here. Um, just kind of some general stuff, parts bins and stuff like that. Um, it looks good. I got a lot of work to do to it yet. I mean, it's not done, and it probably will never get done, knowing me. Um, but anyway, it's just a simple little shop. Nothing terribly fancy right now. So there you can see where I keep the combines, and then like all this area over here is just under construction. It's just chaos right now. So there's just random parts and equipment over there. But you can see I've still got the Quonset over there from the video I did on it. Um, like I said, time has been iffy lately because we've been harvesting and planting beans. So, but we'll get back. We'll get back into the swing of farm toys here pretty quick. I hope. We're a little crooked. We're a lot crooked. There we go. All right. Could you show the bifold door? Sure. Where did you buy the semi and grain trailer? Um, Online. Like eBay. I bought the black. It's like a black Peterbilt 379 and then a black grain trailer. So the bins are from Mini Toy Truck and Tractor. So contact Adam Sunken and he'll hook you up with those. Um, that's where I get all. I have more actually not put together, but this is kind of all the room I have right now. I should make a wall in my shop. I maybe should actually maybe run it from that smaller door across. Because right now it's just this big open shop. So maybe. Okay, yeah, I'll shoot you a message on Instagram in a little bit before I go to bed. I think if I I will, I'll try. Have I customized any grain cards? Yeah. Oh, I answered that already. Okay, well, I'm gonna show you the bifold door real quick. Like I said, excuse the boxes and stuff because I just got all sorts of stuff going on here at the house. All right, how's that look? Good. So the bifold door just does this number, and there it's closed. So you can see it's kind of recessed into there, and then I'll try to, I don't know, it's going to be hard to, sorry. It's going to be hard, I don't know if you can see any of that in there or not, but you can kind of see the track that it goes on and all that stuff, so. Anyway, that's it. And then if you want to open it back up, ta-da, it's open. So. Wow, could you hear my knees crackling there? Ugh. Don't ever get old. So the farm shop I got from Nate at Nate's Farm Toys. You can find him on Facebook. Really good guy. He's busy, so I don't know what his time frame is on building stuff right now, but I know he's busy. he builds a lot of sheds on a lot of displays you guys have seen at Nationals and at St. Louis. I mean, he's upper echelon of shed builders for sure. So you should put GSI on the bins. I have GSI on the bins. You might not be able to see it, but I have GSI stickers on all of them. How much do they cost? I think that shop is, I don't know why, but I want to say 75 or 80 bucks. I don't know. But that shop's really detailed. There's a ton of work there. His other shed, I don't know. You just have to send him a message, maybe see what he's got. Sometimes, if you can catch him right after a show, if he's got leftover inventory, he will give you a little bit of discount. I'm not saying all the time, and I'm not saying he'll do it ever, but I've seen him. If you like his page, Nate's Farm Toys, I've seen him like post before, like, oh, I have leftovers. These are this much, whatever. So something to look out for. Do you sell your custom builds? Sometimes. I generally don't build for other people. Maybe once a year I will, but I generally don't. And sometimes I will sell custom builds. Um, I paid 90 for a 15 by 8 by 5 shed. That might be that might be right. I don't know. So here's the thing with like Nate and me, we trade a lot. So sometimes, like, I traded a scratch built white planner that I did for him one time for a shed. So I don't know. I don't know what his sheds cost, but 90 bucks. I would pay 90 bucks for a shed for him. I'm just saying, I would. So do I have IG? I do. For the Love of Tractors on Instagram. Check it out. I would appreciate it. Also on Facebook if you're not on there. No, that's cool. Yeah, I kind of like that too. Like, I like getting stuff from guys that nobody knows about, but they're still really good. I've got a couple pieces like that. And there's some things that people are like, I don't really want out that I'm building these, but here's one. So I think that's kind of cool. It's kind of part of the fun of the hobby, isn't it? But yeah. So do I sell my customs? Sometimes. Um, if I do, I'll post them on Instagram a lot of times. So check me out there. Sometimes on eBay, which our eBay handle is for no. What is our eBay handle? LJS Tractors and Angels is our eBay handle. That was a 25-year ago thing. So, and I'm just still using it because why not? So, what tractors for displays are good but cheap? There's a lot. You have a lot of options actually. Your best bet is if you can get to a farm toy show, and a lot of dealers there will have Rubbermaid bins, like these plastic bins, and they'll be like the $5 or $6 bin, and they'll have all kinds of tractors in there that you can just pick up stupid cheap. Um, but yeah, Oh yeah, Aaron 97 Power Stroke. He is doing a revamp of his stuff. So he's selling a bunch of tractors. Hit him up. He's what are you? Aaron underscore 88 on Instagram. Something pretty close to that. Um, I mean, go, maybe like post it in the comments or whatever. That way people can go check you out if they want, or even on your Facebook or whatever. But yeah, there it is. Aaron underscore 88 underscore 14. Ha. Yeah. So shows are really good. Like I said, eBay, sometimes you can find really good cheap prices. Um, Sometimes the farm toy groups on Facebook, you can occasionally find a gym on there. Although a lot of times they're pretty expensive. Okay, yeah, you're Instagram only. That's right. Yeah. Um, but yeah, see what Aaron's got because he's got some cool stuff. I mean, I've seen his pictures. He's got cool stuff. Um, and he's a good guy. So, well, all right, guys. I seriously got to get going. I got stuff I got to do. But I appreciate you guys coming to chat with me. It's just kind of one of those things where I sat down tonight and I'm like, hey, I've got like an hour. Let's do a chat. So it was awesome. You guys showed up. Appreciate it. Um, if you're looking for parts and stuff, if you check out my Shapeways store, uh, I'd appreciate that. Shapeways.com/shop/FTLOT. Um, I Shapeways can be expensive, so I understand if that's above a lot of you guys' price range. It's above my price range a lot of times. So, but anyway, all right, guys. I hope you have an awesome night. Happy tractor hunting. I'll catch you later.